All right. Very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I welcome you all to this daily engagement session that's being organized by 3G IRPS. And today, as always, we started at 7 p.m. And thank you so much whoever has joined over here. This is also being live streamed in YouTube as well. And this is going to be every day's routine. Like every day, we are going to have a different topic. So I would request everyone to keep watching for the update in the WhatsApp group or in our social media so that you don't miss every day session. It's going to happen from Monday to Friday. So without further delay, I would like to hand over the session to Anjali to take it forward to introduce today's speaker. And I'm proud to say that this session is being organized by 3G International Event Academy. This is MC Thamizharasan, the co-founder of 3G International Event Academy. Over to Anjali now.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Yeah, this is a proud moment for me. My intro is given by one of the mentor, and I am giving an intro for another mentor. And today we'll be discussing on the topic career counseling process and importance of psychometric test. You already be thinking why this topic, why we are discussing on this topic. Why? Because an estimate of 12.2 crore Indians lost their jobs during the coronavirus lockdown in April. See how alarming that rate is. That shows the significance of this topic. And today we have the right person to speak on the topic, who is a multi-talented personality with various avatars, starting from an anchor, actor, MC trainer, MC manager, HR, singer, dancer, hula hoop trainer, voiceover artist, freelance VJ, games jockey, entertainer, and performer and a speaker. She is also an entrepreneur and the founder of Chennai Event Entertainers, Chennai Event Emcees, Chennai Event Professionals, and Virtual Event Emcees. She has hosted more than 1,500 plus stage shows all over the globe and has been honored with many awards, including Best Achiever Award in 2017 by National Conference and SPT Peace Awards, Rockstar Award in 2018 by Oruni Foundation, Global Icon of Entertainer by Social Protection and SPT International Peace Awards 2019, Best MC of Tamil Nadu 2020 by WARE organization. Apart from all these, she is also an actress. She has acted in one of the most critically acclaimed movies named Aruvi in 2017. She has also acted in movies named Kavali, Rudran, and several short films which supported social issues. And now talking about her experience, she has 5+ years of experience as a voiceover artist, 10+ years of experience in emceeing, anchoring, and modeling, and 15+ years experience of as a dancer and a singer. Wow, see that profile. I'm totally shocked and amazed by seeing your profile, ma'am. Yeah, so without much delay, let's invite our very own Nandhini ma'am to speak on the topic career counseling process and importance of psychometric test. Welcome, ma'am.
Well, thank you so much, Anjali, for that energetic introduction. I'm really overwhelmed with that. Thank you very, very much. I'm happy
Thank
that,
you for
one
giving me
of
this
my
opportunity. Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Yeah.
wonderful. Thank you very much. I'm honored and humbled. And I'm really very happy that, one of my uh, trainees is, introducing me. And I'm really happy about that. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
All
ma'am.
right. To start off with, okay. All right. So everyone, I hope, all are doing good. So how was your Diwali celebrations? I hope, everything went well. Yeah. So if everyone is ready to take some food, then please type in the chat RTG, ready to go. Or maybe you can also say ready to eat. Yes, quick, quick, quick. Okay, come on, come on, come on. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna see a lot of, people's. Oh, yeah. People saying, okay, RTG, RTG, very good, very good, very good. So you're ready to go and also ready to consume a lot of knowledge, right? All right, superb. So today it's going to be more of career counseling and why career counseling is important. And second thing is how psychometric test is going to, influence these career counselors, and also, why career counseling is going to be the most important part when it comes to, deciding one's career. Okay, so the career counselors are going to play an important role in this particular aspect, and I'm going to tell all those important points. Probably you can say, like, it's not just points. I'm going to just talk to you all in a way, in a very casual manner, wherein I'm going to just share my own experience in, in this field. Okay, so yeah, we'll get started. And okay, Anjali, I would like you to. Yes, thank you. All right, so quickly, thank you for that. And quickly, let's go for a quick um, question. Okay, what is a career counselor, or what is career counseling? Or maybe I should say, like, what is career counseling for you? In your own perspective, what do you think about career counseling? Maybe in a word or a line can be good enough for me to start with, because I wanted to know from your perspective. So how are you seeing career counseling? So career counselors, we know, and we are not sure that how much they're going to influence our life. But what do you think about career counseling, just in a line or in a word, anything that you would like to say for me? Guidance to grow in life. Okay, that's nice. A route for success. Okay. hmm Career counseling. All right. Okay. Mm, good. Is that good enough? And probably I can hear some more answers if at all you're generous enough to give me your answers, or give me your views, or give me your perception. Okay. Finding different path to reach our destiny. Okay. Briefing the present situation. Okay. Clarity for choosing career. Okay. Towards the apt career. All right. Okay. So all are my known faces and names, I guess. Okay, that's really nice. All right, okay, that's great. Thank you so much for your occupational information and of the demands for jobs. Okay, that's great. Okay, let me just quickly tell you what I personally feel. Okay, this is not something that is going to be very true and prompt, and this is correct. This is nothing like that. I'm just going to share my view of what career counseling is all about. Okay, all right. Okay, so yes, to start with, okay, can we move for the next slide, Anjali? Yeah, thank you. The previous one. Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, so career counseling is basically a process, okay, so that focuses on helping one to understand one's own self. Okay, so to take you just think all these wordings, because I'm very prompt in giving this, because it is not just going to be some gyans. Okay, so this is helping one to understand oneself, and as well as the work trends. What are the work trends as of now? So that one can take an informed decision about career and education. This is very important. Okay, so let me also repeat one more time. This is um, a career counseling is just a process that is going to focus on helping one to understand oneself. Okay, oneself and the work trends currently that is being there, and also to take an informed decision about the career and education. So this is how I define personally. And then, when we talk about career counseling, it helps manage a diverse range of problems, okay, such as, low concentration level. Even the smallest of smallest people will not even, mind this particular thing, low concentration level. Will this be affecting someone's career? Yes, of course. So, a student, if he or she is not able to concentrate on his or her own studies, do you think that they will be able to, reach greater heights? No. So, in that case, first we have to, solve that particular problem. Okay, we have to just go deep and solve that particular problem, and then take that next step, or make them take the next step. Okay, so even from it is a diverse range of problems, such as I should say, like starting from the low concentration level to poor time management. Even the time management is very, very important. Okay, so people who are managing the time very poorly, they might not be able to grab all the opportunities, and in turn that will be a failure for them, and that might maybe dump them into some other situation, or maybe dump them into a very different scenario. Okay, so in that case we have to concentrate on this. So the concentration level also has to be taken into account, the poor time management also taken into account of a student. I'm talking about a student. Okay, and the trust issues is something that that the family might not trust the student, that the student is putting 100% effort. Even then, even after putting 100% effort, the student is failing. Why? Because he is having the poor time management, or he might be having poor concentration level. Okay, so even the trust issues can be solved with career counseling. Okay, the family might disagree with this, but then the parents might disagree with this, but then the student will be actually suffering with poor time management and the concentration levels, which he or she might not express, because they don't know actually, right? So in that case, the career counselor will come into picture, and he or she will solve that. Okay, they will will just go deep dive into that, and they will understand, okay, this child is having something like this, okay, some problem like, the poor time management or the concentration levels, or even the memorizing capabilities. The memorizing capabilities, it differs person to person. Even I cannot memorize anything at one go. I need a lot of time. As a child, I was like even struggling for memorizing, but then when something is given to me in a more understandable manner, I will really grasp it. So likewise, each child will be having different perspective and different capability, memorizing capability, right, and caliber. So in that case, it's counselor, a career counselor can give all these kind of suggestions, okay, suggestions to make them better in their life, okay. So this is how I define career counselor, or the process of career counseling, okay. And I can also say something more. So in order to probably understand better, let's go deep dive into this topic, okay. So next question that you can see on the screen is, who is a qualified career counselor, right? Who is a qualified career counselor? Can someone comment on the chat box, who can be called as a professional or a qualified career counselor? Who do you think? So I have given my own view, right? And who do you think that he or she is a qualified career counselor? How can we rate someone they are very qualified? Can someone tell me? See, there is no right or wrong here, okay? It's all, the perception. Just tell me your perception so that I can tell my perception, okay? This is not a GK where, you have a right answer and a wrong answer, yes or no, nothing like that. It is the perception, and it develops, and it becomes greater, and it becomes more, better when we have more experience, okay? When we gain more experience in this field, okay? When we see and when we talk to a lot of students, when we address a lot of students, when we talk to more, you know, kind of parents, students, and a diverse range of people, only then you will come to know who is better or who is qualified and all those things, okay. You can just give me your view, okay. Who has more information? Okay, more information as in, I may ask the next question as in, see, more information in the sense I may have more information about an event, okay, but I might not know something about career. If that is the case, then I might not be the right counselor, right? So I was just asking that. Anyway, that's okay. So more information regarding the career, right? All right. One who update himself about all the job opportunities and knows about information about different domains. Okay, good answer. Okay, one who is able to handle what, Renu? Okay, so one who brings change in students. All right, okay, a person who makes or gives clear vision in their career. Okay, okay, one who can get what you want and present or guide you, okay. One person who can guide an individual strength and it of okay, all the answers are correct, I could say, okay. So there is, as I already said, there is no right or no wrong, okay. It depends upon the perception. Every answer is right, okay. So what I am going to give you is something little similar. You can also have this in mind, okay, when you just imagine a career counselor and who is a qualified career counselor. So what I would say is, a genuine career counselor acts as the right guide, okay, or a mentor of a child, which is why he or she is like the most important element of any career counseling process, okay. So when you take the career counseling, it is not just career counseling, it's a process. Please underline the word process, because it is going to take time. It is not just an instant result, which I will be repeating many times here, because I want this particular what to say, like the statement to be gone very well deep inside each and everyone, because everyone thinks that it is just an instant decision that is taken by a career counselor. He or she, if he or she is an expert, they can just go and take. We are not robots, okay. We're not robots to take instant decision. It shouldn't be like that also, because the right career counselor will take time in observing all those things, all those stuffs from the student, from the parents, and the view of them. And he or she also takes an individual decision and then give the suggestion. It is not finally the suggestion, so decision given by the career counselor. It is the suggestion given by the career counselor. Please underline this word. And the decision has to be finally taken by the student and not even the parents, actually. That is what I will be repeating this point in various other places. Please note this point, okay. And very much you have to pay very keen attention towards the points that I'm going to give, because career counselors are taken wrong in most of the places, which I am here, which is why I am here to tell that, no, please don't take that. This is not an instant fatafat decision. No, not at all. All right. Okay. So career counselors, also I can say, like, they can give guidance for a particular field, probably such as engineering or management or hospitality, etc. Okay, whatever it may be, and will be an expert in such domain. Either they will be an expert, or they'll be a knowledge expert, or they themselves might be someone who might have worked in that particular domain. Okay, for example, if I'm an engineer basically, okay, and I've also done my MBA HR, so I have worked for a company, an IT company. In that case, like, I have also gained experience for 5 years in that particular field. If I am going to say or advise someone, or I'm going to counsel someone, I'll be the domain expert of that particular domain, right? So in that case, someone who is going to be a counselor can also be a domain expert, or can be a knowledge expert. For example, knowledge expert, what is knowledge expert? He or she might not have worked in that particular domain, but he or she might know the details about that particular domain and also various other domains. Okay, so those people also can become a career counselor, provided all those knowledge should be gained. Okay, so and it comes more by experience as well. It is not just a one day robotic job which can be memorized, like, you might have seen robo chitti, right? It will just, in one scan it can just scan and say everything. No, not like that. And counselors are not like that. Okay, they will gain a lot of confidence and lot of experience as and when they meet a lot of clients, and even when they counsel, they might not be fully, 100%, they might not give all the information. They will take time, and they have to take time. That's what I would say. Okay, I hope, all are in the same page now. Okay, and then a good career counselor is a problem solver. That is what I would say. A keen listener. He or she will be a very, very keen listener, and also an observer. As I already said, he or she will be observing everything 100% from the student and the parents, and has a sufficient knowledge, okay, the sufficient knowledge of various fields to guide that particular student, or to guide that particular family. Okay, so that is what a career counselor, a genuine career counselor, and a qualified career counselor can have. It is not just one aspect. I have told so many aspects, so everything will be qualifying a person. Okay, so I hope I'm clear. Is it clear now? Yes, am I clear? If I'm clear, you can just say this thing is clear. Let me also repeat those points which I mentioned. Okay, let me recall my own statement. A genuine career counselor can act as a right guide, and he can be a mentor. He or she can be a mentor. Okay, and that particular person can be a domain expert or a knowledge expert. And then what I said was, they can be a problem solver, they should be a keen listener, and they should be a keen observer, and they should also have sufficient knowledge about various fields, not a deep dive knowledge, at least the superficial knowledge about various fields. Okay, no one can have the deep dive knowledge about all the fields in this earth, right? Because it's plenty and it's mammoth. So in that case, like, they should at least have, okay, there is a course called aerospace. Okay, in that case, like, who can be qualified for something that is very superficial, at least that should be known to that particular career counselor. Okay, so I hope I'm clear now. And yes, okay, thank you, Mr. Varadarajan. Okay, so next, can we go to the next slide, Anjali? Yes, here comes the secure environment. Okay, so when it comes to secure environment, what do I mean by this? Okay, let me just put it in a sentence. So this is nothing but the process of career counseling involves creating a safe and secure environment. Okay, so when it comes to, counseling, it is more like people think that, they will vent out their things, and, you have to be like very sensible. Yes, of course they will vent out. Who will vent out? The student will vent out, and the parents will vent out. Everything, all the emotions has to be handled. In that case, it has to be very secure, and it has to be very secretive. Okay, because in that case, like, the conversation has to be only between the career counselor and the family, and it should not go out. So the secrecy has to be maintained, the security has to be given, and the assurance has to be given to the family. Okay, so it has to be in a safe and secure environment where the student feels at ease. That is very, very important. Okay, and is able to discuss his or her life, career without any hesitation. So that is what I would say as a secure environment. Okay, and then a part of this secure environment is the assurance of confidentiality. That is what I said. The confidentiality has to be maintained, and the information that is being shared by the student has to be kept very secure, that even the parents, I will say, like, even the parents might not be knowing what the student actually wants. The student has to be taken in a separate room. They have to be given all the space, and then the person has to person has to be made open out. And once you get all the information from the student, then you can call the parents and sit along with the parents and then speak. Why? Because the parents influence should not majorly influence the mind of the student. Okay, I hope most of you will agree with this, because even I have been influenced by my parents while I was taking my own course, because at those days we did not have this particular concept of going to a career counselor. But now it is very much available. Even the virtual career counselors are available now to counsel you, so much so that even the parents can be counseled and they can be convinced, okay, for the students wish, passion and interest. You understand? I hope it is understandable. So yeah. Okay, so the next thing, an agreement of trust and confidence. Why? The career counseling process is based on a relationship, basically. Okay, relationship of trust, relationship of confidence between the career counselor and the student. So, in order to help him or her, the counselor may sometimes talk about the emotional. Not sometime, most of the time, they might also deal with a lot of emotions, but sometimes they may talk about the emotional and developmental issues, okay, which can be a little stressful for both the sides. Okay, so in that case, the trust of the relationship of trust and the relationship of confidence has to be maintained. Okay, both the sides, and the student and parents need to place an enormous amount of faith in the career counselor, because that would definitely enhance the relationship between the career counselor and the student family. Okay, you understand? So that is what I meant on saying, like, an agreement of trust and confidence has to be there. And there is also the next point, which you can see, relevant psychometric assessment. Why is this psychometric is in place? For the people who are very new to this terminology, can say that you are new to this terminology. In that case, like, I will explain. If everyone is aware of psychometric assessment, then we can go ahead. So is anyone who is very new to psychometric assessment? If you're new to psychometric assessment, you can say that, not a problem. Yes. Okay, Mr. Varadarajan says yes. Oh, you say you're new. Okay. Okay. Okay, yes means you're new, right? Okay. Okay, all right. All right, all right. Okay, let me just tell you. Psychometric assessment. This is a scientific and standardized process. Okay, which can be carried out to evaluate a person's aptitude and personality. Okay, this is a scientific. Okay, scientific, and please underline the word scientific and standardized process, which will not have any biasing. Okay, this will be like a questionnaire given to you. Okay, this is available online, and nowadays, and also with 3G, we have the AI integrated aided, that is AI integrated psychometric assessment. Okay, so in that case, okay, that I will deal later, because that is a different level of understanding. First, the basic career assessment. Let me talk about. Okay, yeah. To start off with, it is a scientific and standard process carried out to evaluate a person's aptitude and the personality traits. Okay, so psychometric assessment are the basic counselor's tool, I can say. So this is a very important and essential tool, which is used to obtain the most important information about a student's behavior, about students' emotional strength, interest, skill sets, etc. So all these can be evaluated with the help of the psychometric test. Okay, so this can be something like a MCQ test, multiple choice question, where lot of questions will be there with different answers. Okay, A, B, C, D, and you can go choose the right answer, or even sometimes it will be like the blanks, where you can also fill in, where you can also type in your thoughts, your whatever it may be, according to the question. Okay, so this information, basically the psychometric information, will help to facilitate what kind of career can be taken by that particular student by the counselor. So this will be a helpful document, I can say, document as in a whole document. It is very very helpful for a counselor to understand what that student wants and what that student feels, and how emotionally he is affected in certain places, and how is his behavior, what are his interests, and what are his skill sets. Okay, so I hope you got the idea of what psychometric test is all about. Yes? If yes, please type in yes. Because for the people who are new to psychometric assessment, I'm just telling this. Are you clear? All right, very good. So I got yes, yes. Okay, double yes, triple yes. Okay, good. All right, now let's move on to the next slide. And this slide is going to be really interesting. Okay, so now you can see a story here. Father, donkey, son story. Can someone, tell me, or maybe you can say like, if you know the story, if anyone can figure out what story is this, and if you know the story, you can say, I know the story. You can type in as I know the story, because there are a lot of yes. So I don't want yes again. Probably I might miss out, if that is going to be the previous questions yes, or this question yes. I know the story. That's great. That's great. Okay. All right. No. Okay, so just says no. That's okay. I'm gonna anyway explain that, because um, the reason why I have this story here is for a purpose, and let me solve the purpose. All right. Okay. And thank you, Sujit, for being very honest. I will be definitely, explaining the story. All right. Um, okay, I have rearranged the images wherein I'm gonna say the story in a very different format. Okay, not very different, but any which ways, like the first picture that you can see at the top. Okay, for you it should be like the top left. For all of us, like while seeing, it's top left. So in that case, like that particular thing is colored, and also the bottom right is also colored. The other two are little not so colorful, right? Okay, so you can take the top left corner as scenario 1, and the top right is the scenario 2, and again bottom left is scenario 3 and 4. Okay, that's how we are going to say. I'm going to first take the scenario 4, okay, and then solve then talk about scenario 2, and then talk about scenario 1, and then talk about scenario 4. Okay, there's a reason behind this. All right, so I'm going to tell the story how this is going to be perceived, or how the story is actually perceived. Okay, so let's take this. Okay, this is father and son, father, son, and donkey story. All right, to start with, father and the son had a donkey. Okay, they started walking on the road from one place to another, and the father made the son to sit on the donkey. Okay, that's the scenario number 3, which you can see. Okay, sit on the donkey. And they met some group of villagers. Okay, and the villagers started saying the son is so selfish. Okay, that the poor man is walking and the son is sitting on the top of the donkey. Then the father and the son heard it. Okay, they felt really very bad about this particular comment that was given by the villagers. Okay, then the son got down. What did the son do? Okay, then the father sat on the top of the donkey. Okay, okay, again they started walking, and then they met a group of villagers, and the villagers started looking at this particular father and son duo, and then they said like, oh my god, he's so selfish and insensitive. They said he's so selfish and insensitive that the poor boy is walking and the father is sitting on the donkey. Okay, so you understand now, right? The father is sitting on the donkey now, and the poor boy is walking, and the father is insensitive. This is what they say. So when they say that the father is insensitive and the poor boy is walking, when they heard the father and the son heard this, they felt very bad, and both together now sat on the donkey. This is going to be the first situation. Okay, and now the donkey started walking. Again, they met some of the villagers. Okay, who started criticizing them. Criticizing, okay, know the word, criticizing them, and that they looked at those people, and they felt really very sad. They said like, they're so inhuman. Underline the word inhuman, that they're sitting on the top of the donkey. Oh my god. Okay, so again they felt, because they said like they're torturing the animal. Okay, so again the father and son felt really very bad, and they got down. Okay, and then they started walking. Okay, so again after some time, some of the people or some of the villages, again they met some of the villages who crossed them, and those people started mocking at them, saying how foolish they are. They have an animal, still they are walking carrying the animal. Okay, so what is the moral of the story? I just want all of you to type in what is the moral of the story which you understood by the narration that I was giving. I definitely want answers from everyone, because this story has been added just because there is a very very important reason behind this, and I want all of you to tell me the moral of the story. We should not go by others words. All right, whatever you, society will comment. Okay, whatever you are, society will comment. Yes, definitely. Then it differs, perception to perception, the view to view, it differs. If we keep listening to criticism, we are not going to reach our goal. That's amazing. Okay, go by your wish. Good. One should not do as one desires. One should not do as one desires. Okay. Whatever you, society will comment. Okay. Whatever you do, people will criticize. So don't care and do your own thing. Okay. Very good. Uh, okay. So Renu has added the, okay, that's for the previous thing. Okay. Okay. Yeah. That's correct. So do not listen to any unwanted infos. Okay. That's perfect. You perfectly got my point. Okay. Why everyone will have different perspective. Okay, good. Okay. Why should I add a story here when I'm talking about counseling? Can anyone relate to this? Why should I add the story from nowhere for a career counseling session? Listen, think, and take. Sorry, listen, think, and take the advice if it is only necessary. Okay, all of the characters have got their own legs to walk. They might have used their legs. Okay, okay, mm. Okay. Don't listen to each and every one. You get confused. Okay, great. Yes. So, career counseling is very, very similar to this. You will have a friend, you will have an auntie, you will have an uncle, you will have your parents, of course, and you will have a lot of gangs around you who would say, go for this, go for that, no, that is not good, no, this is not good. Oh my god, you will get lots of suggestions. Okay, lots of advice. Okay, they might give you as an advice, but you should definitely take it as a suggestion. Okay, if needed you can take it, otherwise just throw away. That's how you have to take. But what a career counselor will do is he will give you the he will show you the path, okay, which you actually are passionate about, which your interest is pointing to, which your interest arrow is pointing to. See, everyone will be having an interest. See, if you take my profile, probably Anjali would have read out my profile. It's saying like it had gone from an actor to a HR. But why did I do all those jobs? Because I'm interested, because I'm passionate, and that is why I chose all those profession, and that is why I did. But in case if I would have listened to all the people who had influenced me, or who had told me that no, this path is not going to give you anything. If they would have told me that, and then I would have definitely not gone from an actor to a HR, or a HR to an actor. I should say that HR to the actor is the right path. But anyway, so I might not have gone to HR to an actor, but I would have remained as an engineering student itself, because the HR decision or taking MBA course itself was my own decision, because I was interested, I was passionate about. I would have just stopped by an engineer, because even engineer wasn't my choice at all. That was because my parents told that I took it, because they have to pay my fees, right? At the end of the day, because my passion was completely different. But the reason why I was able to at least pursue something that I wished, at least in the later point of time, after 25, after my 25 I started exploring the world. After 25 I started exploring all the profession, all the passions that I was interested about. I hope you understand now, right? So that is how I was able to go from a HR, or maybe an engineer, I should be properly saying that, from an engineer to HR to everything now, after this 180 degree of transformation. Seriously. So please, I won't say like do not listen, but please do not, go by the words of others. Especially when it comes to 12th standard students, there will be lots of advices coming in and falling in your ears, because and also the college people who have opted for especially for Charu and those people, right? Charu, I think she is at her exactly at her right point, wherein the 12th standard. So please do not lend ears to all those people. Okay, you go by your decision, go work towards your passion, work towards your interest. Okay, at least for some time, what I did, okay, I'll just tell my own story here, because this point I would like to tell my own story, because for some time I wanted, or everyone has to go by the rules of our parents, right? If at all your parents are not giving you that freedom or liberty, at least to go and meet a counselor. If they're not taking the step of going and meeting the counselor, or if they're not aware of going and meeting a career counselor, at least you can tell them, because this age is something that everyone is aware of everything, and all of you have that right and have that liberty and have that freedom. At least you have that knowledge. I should say, say liberty, freedom comes in the next place, but at least you have that knowledge, because by in our times it was not that case. I didn't know who a career counselor was and what the role of a career counselor is, but at least you are very much good, or maybe good enough, or maybe I should say like you are having a boon. You're very much lucky, or you can take the advantage of knowing that there is a career counselor. There's a career by itself, and it is a career by itself where you can go and vent out all your emotions, and also say that you're interested with this. And you can also make the career counselor to make your parents understand that you are passionate about this. You have that liberty of doing that. You have that knowledge at this point of time. So please take that. Okay, so now Charu, yeah, okay, she has given that yes, and thank you very much, and love you to Anaga. So thank you, Anjali, thank you very much. Okay, so in that case, like at this point of time, please ensure that you have this particular people, or particular set of people who can guide you, and who can take, or maybe I can say you can take your particular suggestions and put it to your parents in a more appropriate manner. Okay, that's what a career counselor does. Okay, so yeah, so as I was talking about my own life story, it was like kind of what to say, like it was completely a drastic one which came up in my life. Okay, so everything was not a planned one. It was everything was unplanned in my life. Okay, so that's how it might go. But then if you are very much aware, like Charu and these people have come at this right point of time of their life, you can very well plan your life, and you can beautifully design your career path very much. Because when I was working in HCL Technologies, I was the first person to change my career path. And because I had the domain change of domain change option, which HCL introduced in that particular year. Okay, in that particular year, and I was the first one who successfully changed my career domain. And there were like a lot of people who was appreciating me, and I was also my photo and my credentials came on the website, official HCL website, and everyone congratulated me for taking that bold decision. So in that case, I was like, oh my god, we just took something which was like good for me, but the entire world for me at that time was the entire team or HCL people, my family. Okay, HCL family. Okay, everyone started appreciating. Oh my god, for just this small decision, why people are appreciating. Then only I came to know that was not small decision. That was the biggest decision of my life. Okay, so career is something that everyone has to take in their own hand and not give it in others hands. Please note this point. You have to own it, and you're not supposed to give it to others. Okay, I hope you all understand. Are we all on the same page? If yes, please type in yes. Thank you for that. Wonderful. I'm really very happy that all are on the same page now. Okay, so moving on to the next. Okay, Anjali, can we just move on to the next slide, please? I think we have talked a lot about this particular slide, and it was quite interesting, of course, when someone shares his or her own story, life story. Because I would be really excited to listen to some of your stories as well, and any of them who would like to share their life story. I'd be like kind of lending my ears to them, because there'll be lots and lots of experience that they speak out. not just the theory part. I'm just very much into the experience that they have actually got into. All right. So next is the okay. This is very important. What a career counselor is not. Okay. So let's talk about this. Okay. See, career counselor. Even the image of career counselor is kind of it's diminished. You can see a star at the very farthest horizon. In that case, like you will see a diminished image, right? It is kind of like that, which I feel personally, because most of the people doesn't understand a career counselor. Some of the common misconceptions about career counseling, let me just quickly sum up all those things. See, it is not a general advising session about careers. Please underline, it is not a general advising session about career or course or curriculum. This has to be very clearly mentioned to the parents and children, which I am very much happy in telling that here, because most of the misconception happens or starts with this. What is this career counseling? Okay, they'll give a lot of gyans and advices and general advices. No, not at all. Okay, so in that case, that is going to be a very
Ma'am, hello.
Okay, I think she got disconnected. Probably she'll be joining. All right. In the meantime, others, you can keep sharing your feedback in the chat box, like how much you are enjoying the session, how much useful you are finding it. Also, if you have any questions, you can leave it over there.
hello
All right.
check audible.
Yes, yes,
Hello.
Nandhini, you are back now. You got
Okay,
disconnected in
it's
between. Yeah.
okay. It's raining here. Okay, I'm really very sorry. I think there's a okay network connection. Am I audible now? Hello, check.
Yes,
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 ma'am, you're
you are
audible.
clear, loud and clear.
Perfect. Okay, so it is not a general advisory session. Okay, so in that case, like everyone has to very keenly observe one thing. Okay, this has to be very clearly mentioned to any parent or any children who is going to be your client. Okay, so when it comes to counselors, I'm saying, and also even for people, if you are kind of going to a counselor, you have to be very clear that they're not going to give general advices at all, because that's going to be very particular about your interest, your passion, your skill set. Okay, and the next is the career counselor can actually help you pick the best career option. Okay, based on your abilities, which I'm just underlining again, based on your abilities, because their suggestions and guidance are going to be unbiased. Please underline the word unbiased, because I already used this word, okay, for earlier. So in that case, like, why am I saying that it is unbiased? Because they don't know you personally, okay, and even if they know personally, they're not going to influence you by giving you a wrong decision, because that is not going to give them anything. Rather, a career counselor is going to do his or her own job by giving the right suggestion. Again, I'm saying the right suggestion, and showing you the path. Okay, these are the paths. Okay, for example, if I'm saying that I'm interested in painting, or I'm interested in public speaking. Okay, what would they suggest? Okay, you can opt for public speaking directly as a course, if there is any course, or you can go for MC kind of courses, or you can go for journalism, where you have a lot of scope in speaking your thoughts, and also you can speak out your views. Or you can also go for news reading or something like this. They can give different options, but then the options which is particularly pertaining to your ability and your interest. They will not say, oh, go do aerospace, or go do this university is offering, oh my god, it's amazing offers, and please go and do that. They won't say that, because they are not going to get anything out of that, right? So if it is going to be your parents or anyone outside, if they had their own dreams, okay, they had their own dreams, then definitely they'll say, okay, this I was not able to do, and hence I wanted my child to do. Haven't you heard of this particular sentence? Most of the parents would say, oh my god, I want to become a doctor, but I didn't, and I did not have that proper facility or money, but at that time, so I want my child to become a doctor, to become an engineer, to become an aerospace whatever it is, aero scientist, whatever it may be. In that case, like we definitely get influenced by their thought. Okay, we'll think, okay, do we have to take it? Okay, our parents are saying, okay, my most beloved mother is saying, my most beloved father is saying, so definitely I have to go with it. No, you can also speak out, because the career council is there like a judge. Okay, he's a judge who is not biased for anyone, and he or she is going to give you the actual suggestion or the career path. He's going to just point you with the career path. It's not just going to be the one career path. He might give you several options, but then that is going to give you that particular choice is where your interest is going to be. Okay, so please underline that. And most important thing which I wanted to say is, this is not a short term process. And the last time I used, it is not an instant fatafat decision making session. It is going to be a process. Career counseling itself is a process, right? So in that case, like, you all have to give your time to the career counselor, and so are your parents. You have to also instruct your parents, please wait for some time, so that we will get some good decision at the end of this particular session, or at least after 1 or 2 weeks. You can take weeks. Even it has happened, in so many places. People used to go for career counseling, first sitting, second sitting, third sitting. They will keep on and discussing on that particular, ability of that particular child and interest. It can go even weeks, if at all there is no time and people are coming at the last moment. Then definitely, the brains can be put in, and all of the times can be put in to that particular, child, and then they can, sit and decide. But this is not going to be an instant decision, please mind that. Okay. And then career counseling, it will take time, effort and patience. Please underline all these three. It will take time, it will involve a lot of efforts, and it will involve a lot of patience, which has to be clearly said to the parents, okay, first in place. And it's a long term process, and it's not a short term process. Okay, so it has to be a very very long term process, which I personally feel, because it is going to decide someone's life, someone's career, right, in that case. And the next thing I wanted to say is, it is not a service that helps, you to get a job or admission in a company or a college. Okay, when I say job in a company for the working professionals, if there is going to be a career counselor for a working professional, I'm going to deal with that later. But anyway, I'm just telling. Okay, if it's going to be a job that has to be, acquired by someone, it is not going to be that particular session where, a counselor can just call up a company. Okay, are you having any free openings? Okay, this guy is coming, please give him an opportunity. No, not at all. It's not going to happen like that. That particular career counselor is going to tell that, you can choose this domain, because domain is coming, maybe flourishing more. And whether you're having expertise in that particular domain, he's going to see that. Of course, he's going to see, evaluate whether you're having a good expertise in this particular domain, wherein you can also take an allied domain, wherein, there is an advantage of, doing a course in this particular domain, because this is also picking up. But this both domains should go hand in hand. Okay, so when I was, in HCL, we had, a transition. I was working on AS400, which is a very old how to say, like, it's a very old kind of software, wherein, the all these, okay, I can say a very simple example. You see all those ATMs, right? You see all those ATMs, and ATMs will be having, the little older ATMs will be having all those black and green color screen. When you type in the 8 1, all these will be appearing as a digital font. So all those were built on AS400. So that is, okay, mainframes, you might be knowing mainframes, some of you. So those are very old domains, wherein, the allied domains, the one which has come in the or what to say, like, um, in contemporary style, which has come with all those, very good interface, is nothing but SAP. Okay, they say it as SAP, right? So we had a transition from AS400 to SAP. At that time, my mentors told me, okay, my mentors told me, go and read SAP. So go and do a course in SAP, so that you can get a job in SAP, which is an allied version of this. Okay, so in that case, like, something like this you can advise, because the career counselor will do something like this. They will not say, okay, you have done AS400, now you can go and, do something in visual designing. Oh my god, visual designing, graphic designing is way too, two extremes of this sort. But in case that person is interested in designing, then definitely, the career counseling can say, okay, you can opt for visual designing, you can go for graphic designing, you can, read this thing, UX and UX, whatever it may be. All those things can be learned. But in case if you're not interested, what is that? Then you go for something like this. That should be the actual advice, or actual suggestion from the career counselor, and it will be like that. Okay, now you understand the difference, right, when it comes to working professionals, and also for the college students. So for college students, it will be like, if at all they have to do something higher, as a higher studies, then they have to opt something which is similar to their interest or similar to the passion line. And they should not go to some extreme wherein, they might not be interested, but then due to, parents, again, parents pressure and peer pressures, will be so much. You might be facing this as you progress in life. You might be facing a lot of peer pressures, and because of someone who is doing, like, your friend who is doing some course, and he is also, picking up very well, you might be influenced by that particular peer. Okay, and then you might start doing it, but then at the end of the day you will not like it at all. Please go by your own instinct, your own interest, and your own passion. Okay, this is what I'm repeatedly saying. And as a okay, I also want to say this point: career counselor are not affiliated, underline the word affiliated, to any academic institution. Okay, please underline this, because they only help you to reach your potential and aim for the best institutes and companies in your career. They are not, kind of affiliated to any of the institution for that matter. So they cannot call up and say, like, okay, SRM, so SRM University, can you please give one seat for them? No, not at all. They are not influential persons. They are very much, like a judge, where there will be no biasing at all for any of the institutions or any of the person here. Okay, both the sides has to be met, and they are like a judge. Please underline. All right. Okay, so this also the other point that I would like to mention is, it is not a procedure. Okay, it is not a procedure which has a standard SOP kind of thing. No, this is kind of a trial and error method, where they are going to have a discussion, one-on-one discussion, and only then they are going to arrive at a decision. Okay, so someone will feel, okay, if I'm going to say this option, then my career counselor will say 1 2 3 4, step 1, step 2, step 2. No, nothing like that. Okay, this is simply something like when you go to a doctor, when you say that you have stomach pain, the doctor will analyze certain things, and then if you say that the stomach pain is also pertaining for longer days, then he might take some other test. Then you say, like, okay, my stomach pain is done, but now I'm getting a migraine, then he might change the complete view of it, and he might go for some other scan. Okay, there is no proper standard SOP for stomach pain. Okay, stomach pain, okay, take all this. No, nothing like that. So he might keep on changing, and as he progress, he might also change the medicines and the course of medicine, right? In that way we are going to do that. Okay, so the counseling is similar to that. Okay, and also, as I already said, it is a scientific process which is also involving the calculated moves based on the hard facts and methodical research, I should say, because there are a lot of research which is going at the end. Why? Because of the psychometric assessment. And now comes the psychometric assessment. Okay, so psychometric assessment will give them a lot of information which has to be there, upfront, before even the session, probably the first session with the counselor gets started. Okay, so please underline, even before the parent or the family or the student is coming to the counselor, that particular student has to take the psychometric test. Only then the report will be analyzed by the counselor, and then when he sits for a counseling session, he might be able to give the absolute knowledge. Okay, please underline this. All right, so I think we can move on to the next slide. Okay, so the last slide. Okay, import. I think this is not the last slide. I think few more slides are there, but then we are running out of time. Okay, quickly let me just complete the important points to tell the parents when they come for counseling session. Okay, let me just quickly summarize. I already told few, and okay, the last one point which I wanted to say is it should be a single point of it should not be a single point of view where the parent might see, like, okay, my view or my viewpoint is the final viewpoint. No, there is also one more little child or a tender brain which is also thinking something inside it, and they should also see from his or her point of view, the student's point of view, and the counselor's point of view also will be viewed there, and it also has to be considered. Okay, this is very important when it comes to decision, the final decision. Okay, as I already said, the counselor has to be very very sure enough that psychometric test has to be taken upfront before even the first session comes in. Okay, the second thing is they have to very clearly instruct the parents that please write down all your questions. Okay, all the questions which are the generic questions or whatever it may be, which you have in mind. You can also WhatsApp me or send it in email. Right now we are doing that. The counselors whom we are training, we are asking them to get this, because you know what, they will start like this. Okay, my son wants to, I would like my son to become a doctor. And then finally, at the end of the discussion, where they will come and stand, my son I would want my son to become a an actor. This is what they would come and say. Oh my god, where is doctor, where is actor? So this is how the conversations might change. Okay, this is very true. You might even laugh at me. Oh my God, will this happen? But yes, some of the parents have already done this, and most of the counselors have told, and that's how we recorded a lot of counseling sessions, and we finally found this. Oh my God, so the extreme of extreme conversations also will happen if you don't have the questions in your hand. So the counselor's job is really very pathetic when they don't have the questions. So because you know what, as a parent, they will be having a lot of emotions in them. They will be having thousands of questions in them, and as and when the counselor says something new, they will come up with a very new question. So what the counselor has to do is, they will say, okay, these are the questions that you have given. First, let's do this. Okay, and also I have the analysis of the report. Okay, the report analysis, the assessment report, and I'm going to analyze. I have already analyzed it and have brought some view, and let's match this both, and let's give that first give that time for that particular discussion, and then you can go for your n number of questions later if we have time. Okay, so this is how the counseling session has to go, because every human being is quite emotional when it comes to their own child, right? You understand? So let's not give time for those emotions here, but let's give time for actually what the student actually wants, because that is already there in the psychometric assessment. You understand now? Now people who said, like, who don't know about psychometric assessment, now this helps the counselor. The psychometric assessment helps the counselor to figure out perfectly what the student actually wants, and he has that report now, and he also has the questions of the parents and the student. Okay, so if they have those, then probably this matching is will be, and also the delivering part will be very clear. I hope you all understand, right? Okay, thank you very much. All right, superb. So in that case, these are the important points which we have to tell the parents as in when they're coming for a counseling session. So let's go for the next slide quickly. Okay, okay, do's and don'ts, and I would rather not say do's. I would first say don'ts. All the do's also will be covered in that. Okay, so don't is like first I would say we should not pressurize the student or oneself, and it is not mandatory for the counselor to answer all the questions in that particular counseling session. Okay, we should not pressurize even the student and the counselor for answering all the questions. Why? Because the when some pressure is coming into any human being, there'll be a lot of pressure, stigmas, and all those emotional stuffs that are coming into their mind, right? In that case, they will not deliver the 100%, even for the student and even for the counselor. Why I'm not involving parents is, parents will not have any pressure at this moment. They will have their emotions, they're just venting out their emotions. But when it comes to the actual pressure will be on the student and the counselor, so both of them should be kept at ease. Okay, this is the first thing, and this should be noted. Okay, and the second thing which notes of the career counselor is, like, he or she need not have to say, or maybe give all the deep dive knowledge whatever he or she has about that particular domain. They can even take time. The career counselor, when they take time, they come up with a better solution. This is what we feel with the surveys that we have taken with the career counselors. Okay, when you give time for people, you just see, when you give time for people, the creativity level will be really good. Would you agree with me? Yes or no? When we pressurize someone, the creativity, the information, whatever they are delivering will definitely deteriorate. Okay, when you want the absolute creativity, definitely you have to give them time. Okay, so this is one important thing that has to be taken into account. And maybe last and final point, what I would like to add is, okay, when it comes to do's, what are the do's is, one very important thing is, please have a call, a clear call, or an email upfront from the parent, saying that these are the things, agenda that has to be discussed for the particular session, wherein the career counselor has to also have a checklist, and the checklist has to be filled in by the parents, so that there will be a very very clear and a very smooth meeting or the first level discussion. Okay, so these are the do's and don'ts which I would like to um, like explain all of you. And then comes the next slide. Yeah, so last and final slide, I will not bore you anymore. Okay, so career counselor for working professionals, this is what I said, I will deal it in the later part. As I already said, career counseling doesn't stop with the college or maybe finding the college, or maybe with the 12th standard student. It can start at any age for that matter. Even in abroad, you can see people going for even the primary school students. You know why? Because they're very much keen on their passion and interest, and they wanted to be all by their own, to stand on their own leg, even by the age where they get to know what life is. Okay, from the very moment they wanted to be on their, they wanted to stand on their own legs. So that is how the western parents are way too forward, where they take their children to the career counselor even in the primary schooling level. Okay, in the lower grades, I'm saying lower grades in the sense 1, 2, 3, 4, all those grades, they start going for that. This is very surprising, right? Because in India, or maybe in this, in in Asian countries, we don't have that kind of culture at all. But then at least it is kind of little by little picking up here. At least for 12th standard student now, people are at least getting into a career counseling session. I'm happy about that. Okay, and when it comes to working professionals, you don't I should definitely say, like, there were a lot of people who daily used to come and ask me while I was working, because being HR, you will have a lot of people coming up and asking a lot of help and counseling sessions and all those things. But trust me, the working professionals will be even more confused. Why? Because they'll be one of the bread, or maybe the breadwinners of the family, or maybe one of those people who is supporting or playing a vital role, significant role to support their family financially. I'm talking about. Okay, in that case, they are under a lot and lot of pressure. At this point of time, they would definitely need someone to at least clarify what is there in their mind and what is their own interest, or how to take it forward, because they might be in a fix. See, they will be working in a company, they'll be getting a salary, they'll be getting the same salary for the second year, third year, fourth year, and there won't be any good reasonable or good or reasonable hike. At that point in time, what do they prefer? They prefer switching over and over another company. At that point of time, many people, even in my own industry, many people have asked me, do I have to take another job, or do I have to demand to my own boss? So this is how questions come. So at that point of time, we have to analyze, and we have to give them the best suggestion. Again, I'm saying suggestion and not the decision. The final decision has to be taken by that particular person. So at least we'll be able to clear some of the artifacts which are kind of which might be not clear for that particular person. But at least as a career counselor, sorry, as a career counselor, we would be able to clarify those points and clear those spaces, right? So in that case, a career counselor's role is very, very vital, even for working professionals. Okay, so this is what I wanted to say, and I think I'm done with my session. I think I have overshooted the time. I'm really very sorry for that. And if you have any thank you very much, Anjali, for sharing the PDF, and that was a very timely share. And yes, over to the audience. I think we can wind up here. I don't think like there will be any questions, but any which ways, if you have any questions, I can take it up. But thank you very much to each and every one of you, all 22 people who have remained now, and for listening to me patiently. Thank you so much, and over to you, Anjali.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much for beautifully explaining it. You came into our level and you explained about your life story as well as the donkey. That was a highlight. Donkey and father and child life story, and the transformation from XCL engineer to NHR to all the anchor, actress, and all. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for that amazing session. Of course, it will be beneficial for everyone. I am sure about that. And I feel that everyone will agree to that. This was beautiful session. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you, ma'am. Yeah. And next, I would like to invite MC Thamizharasan, who is a co-founder of 3G International Event Academy, to speak on the topic 3G International Event Academy. Welcome, sir.
Thank you so much, Anjali. Yes, I'm going to just cover this PPT in 2 to 3 minutes to let you all know what this 3G International Event Academy is all about. So let me open my PPT over here. All right, so this is called as 3G International Event Academy. Some of you are already in the group which we have created as 3G IEA MC aspirants. And those are new. This presentation is for you to understand what exactly is happening here. So this is being... Second, let me open this slide here. All right, this is being founded by Dr. Shahid Cholail, who is also the founder of 3G IRPS, and Dr. Maharaja Sivasubramanian, who is our mentor, is the advisor for 3G International Event Academy. And it's about us. Yes, Nandhini, she has given the presentation now, and myself, MC Thamizharasan. We have been doing a lot of physical events for the last. I have been doing for last 9 years, and Nandhini has been doing for last 5 to 6 years. And we have hosted more than 1,500 events individually, and also we both have hosted together around 800 plus events. And until lockdown, we have been doing physical events. During the lockdown, we transformed ourselves as a virtual MC. So that's what we are also going to do here in the 3G International Event Academy. We are going to train you virtually. We are not going to meet at all. Probably maybe after lockdown, if time permits, we may meet. But as of now, the trainings are happening online. That's one gift I can say, because you can be in any part of the India or any part of the globe. The training is going to happen in English, and if at all needed, a regional language can be added, or else predominantly English. So it will be easy for everyone across the globe to join this training program. So let me give a small brief. What is it you are going to learn in this? Basically, you're going to learn about event management, event organizing, like how we started the conference, what are the things involved in the conference, how to select the speaker, how to approach them, how to select the MCs, how to select the support team. Likewise, this everyday's engagement session, we can say it like a small conference. It can be a mini conference, like we are selecting speakers for every day. We are in touch with them. We are getting their profile and we are giving an introduction for them. So this 1 hour session every day, what's happening here, that's going to be like a mini conference. You are getting the practical training. That's what Anjali has been doing. Last week, she gave introduction for me. Today for Nandhini again. Tomorrow, she'll be giving introduction. And from next day, we'll be using a lot more MCs from the 3G International Event Academy. That's how we get practical exposure over here. And you are going to learn event emceeing, and also you're going to learn virtual emceeing. What other thing you are doing online? That's called as virtual emceeing. When I say event emceeing, that's going to be for the physical events. Of course, once lockdown is opened, if time permits and if you people are accessible, we would be glad to take you to the physical events as well. And you go digital, like we teach you what are the digital technologies available for you, like starting from Zoom, and also how to use Google Drive or how to use Lark, and whatever the online technologies we are using, we'll be teaching you so that your work becomes easier. For example, even Canva, like you design something in Canva, we teach you how to share it and how 2-3 people can work on Canva. Likewise, you're going to learn a lot of things in digital world, and also you're going to learn marketing. That's very, very important. For example, when Nandhini started this session today, you could have seen me on groups, like what I've been doing. Immediately, we took some screenshot. We created a post out of it. You can see it in my LinkedIn. You can see it in my Instagram. You can see it in my WhatsApp status update, and also in Facebook. So within this 1 hour, and not even 1 hour, as soon as Nandhini started, within 15-20 minutes, I was able to spread across this message. So that is the speed you'll be learning it. It comes out of practice. Initially, you'll be learning it slow, but once you start doing it regularly, you are going to learn the intense marketing, and you'll be able to do that. It becomes like brushing, bathing, eating, sleeping for you. It becomes an habit for you. So you're going to learn marketing as well, the digital marketing, and also sometimes offline marketing as well. And these are the things you are going to learn. Beyond this, you are going to learn a lot more. And you may be asking, what is that I'm going to get? What will I become after attending this course? This course may be 3 months or 6 months course. We are yet to finalize that based on audience interest and also audience availability. We may make it into a 3-month or 6-month course, or sometime it may be even one-off course. Like if you like to host only one of the conferences, we can train you on that as well. What is it you are going to get? You'll be qualified enough to handle an event, like how you're getting practical training and also the theoretical training. So once you complete the course, you'll be able to handle the event all alone. And then you are going to get the certification, and we are giving you the placement. When I say placement, these are the things we are giving as placement: hosting our everyday event, a daily engagement session. And also we are coming with a lot more conferences, and also we are hosting a lot more events, entertainment events as well, like birthday parties, wedding, and other events. And some of the best performers, or some of those who are involved very actively, we can recommend to 3G to allow you to take to the outside events as well. So we'll be giving you such placement opportunities as well. And of course, ongoing career growth. Of course, when you are associated with 3G and with myself, Nandhini, and Dr. Maharaja, whatever the options we are joining, or whatever the course, or whatever the career path we are choosing, we are able to guide you in that as well. So you'll be getting multiple projects from us. So these are the benefits you are going to get on joining 3G International Event Academy. You can contact Dr. Maharaja for more information or for enrolling. You can ping Dr. Maharaja on WhatsApp. His number 984-111-8294. Or you can ping myself 900-308-7198. Or you can ping Nandhini on 86102-57395. So that's it for now. It's a mini presentation, and in 3G live presentation, probably we'll be having it on 20th. You people can join that presentation, where we'll be explaining about multiple products that are available in 3G International Event Academy. We'll be discussing a lot more projects. So we request all those who have joined today or who is watching the recorded version in the YouTube, please be in touch with 3G, get connected with us in WhatsApp group, keep attending the Everyday's engagement program. Thank you. Over to Anjali.
Okay, we have a quick poll, so everyone can quickly answer that. Thank you.
Yeah, was the session informative? Guys, please answer and please participate in the poll. They're asking for polls once again, ma'am, to display the poll once again.
Okay, it's already launched, so I have to end the poll.
Yeah, yeah.
Done. Okay,
Yeah,
done.
yeah.
Done. Yeah.
Thank you, Nivita.
Thank you, dear. Thank you.
Yes, actually, out of 20 participants, 15 have already
15.
voted.
Yeah.
Guys, everyone, please cast your vote whether the session was informative for you, whether you learned something new today.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you, everyone. I would definitely, take your valuable suggestions if there is any, and if not, then we'll end the poll. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much, sir, and thank you for giving me this opportunity. Both are my mentors. I'm very proud to host today's session. Thank you so much for the opportunity. And this is MC Anjali signing off with MC Nandhini Aravindan and MC Thamizharasan. Thank you.
So we'll end the session with the video. I'll be playing the leaders video and then we can end the session. Yes, Nandhini, you can end the session.